Okay. What's on, guys? Welcome back to 100% Chelsea. I'm here in Pret, having myself a coffee, absolutely bang, and there's actually some transfer news for us to report. We're going to get straight into it, and we are going to talk about what is in the title. So, according to Matt Law, Chelsea are interested in signing an ex-Juve striker from Red Star Belgrade. So this guy is called Bakaye. Apparently he's been banging them in over there, but for me it's a serious question of what does this say about our idea, what we want. I mean, Carroll, this guy, Benteke as well, these three strikers that we've been linked with. I mean, come on. For us, I feel we could be doing a lot better there. Let's see your thoughts in the comments. Obviously, this is live, so I'm seeing your comments now as we go through. A lot of people calling for Sanchez. Can only agree. I kind of want Sanchez. And Eunice is here. Hello, mate. No, but, I think Alexis Sanchez, 35 million, it's stupid that we're not getting in for him. I think that there's a time and a place. And time and place is now. So we need to go and get this striker. We didn't have any influence in the transfer market during the summer. We didn't really go after we wanted. We've lost out on a lot of targets as well, and now that's come back to haunt us. And we're not even going through to try and get the people that are available cheaper. Now, I mean, Alexis Sanchez, 35 million quid. Why are we not doing it? But yeah, I mean, it's absolutely ridiculous. Leave us your thoughts on it down in the comments. I'm actually really disappointed about this. I feel that we could have definitely had more influence in the market. More could have been done. This guy from Red Star Belgrade, he's obviously Conte signing because people want to. He wants players he's worked with at Juventus, but I just don't know how to feel about that. Obviously, as well, another comment's come up from Ashtep Singh. Sorry if I got your name wrong, but yes, we are apparently looking to sign Richarlison from Watford in the summer. Obviously, we were linked with him a lot earlier on. We were linked with him early in the summer before he sealed a move to go through to Watford because he was going to get game time. Wasn't going to get game time with us, but obviously now he's going to prove his worth playing as a second striker, kind of like a second striker at Watford or out on the wing. He's showing his capability on any side of the front three. I'd quite like him. I don't know how to feel about it really. I think it's going to be an interesting little signing if we do get him. I think that he'll definitely add to the team. He's young, he's got influence, he can grow a bit more in the squad, but it's a case of is he going to play over certain players? Obviously Conte likes Willian, he likes Pedro. Are they going to go? Obviously Pedro's turning 30 this year, Willian's turning 29, so maybe he's looking to rejuvenate the squad. But yeah, I mean, there's that as well. Someone's asking who's the ex-Juve player. That is, well, I've got his name in front of me, I still can't say it. Bakaye, I believe it is, from Red Star Belgrade. But yeah, we'll move on to the next transfer story as well. So Charlie Musonda obviously isn't getting game time at the minute, and apparently Celtic are interested in taking him on loan. I've got Lewis sat in front of me, and he's really not very happy about that, and neither am I. I think, it just shows a lot in terms of what we do with our youth players. Charlie Musonda has been chased by Man United, by Arsenal, and this was when because they thought he would play. He goes straight in their team. This was 2 years ago. He's not even getting in our team at the minute, and now we're looking to a player that is Premier League quality, and I will say that straight up, he is Premier League quality. We're looking to line him out to the Scottish League. What does that do to his development? How does that help him? And it's something which is really, really getting on my nerves. I mean, this player is someone who could go straight into the squad. We need to change it up. We need something to change it up. He can do it, and he's shown he can do it, and he's not been given the opportunity to do it. And it's something for me which is really doing my head in. I think that's the fact that we really aren't showing what we're capable of, and we seem to be going backwards in terms of how we act in the market. But yeah, I mean, I'm really disappointed with this one. As well as that, also another Chelsea loanee. So obviously, Tony Pulis has gone into Middlesbrough. Not a big fan of Lewis Baker, and Lewis Baker is looking to cut his loan short. He wants to come back to Chelsea, but we want to loan him out to Celtic. Again, this is another club, obviously they're winning things in Scotland, but let's be honest, I'm not going to lie, it's a bit of a joke of a league. No offence to any Scottish football fans out there, but, there's too many clubs, and it's just costing money for the league. There's been lots of problems, and now it's caught with the league, and now Celtic are walking it wherever. Hold on, Lewis, what's this? I don't know. Okay, I'm not going to let you guys know about that. It's something very exciting, but we're going to save it, all right? Something may have come through. We're not going to say it here, but it's pretty good. But other than that, what we're talking about, loanees, and Lewis Baker and Charlie Wilson are potentially going to Celtic on loan. Lewis Baker, I think, comes straight back into this team. I think he could definitely add something to it. He can use both feet. He's very physical. He's very powerful. He's getting towards Premier League quality. Maybe not quite yet, but if he gets to train with a team, maybe we can do a little one as well. But yeah, I think it's a case of we just need to see how this develops, really, and we'll keep you posted. Obviously, Lewis Baker and Charlie Musunda potentially going on loan to Celtic. Final story for today, talking a little bit about a left-back option. So apparently Alex Telles for Chelsea is a real option. Obviously, we reported this on our socials weeks back. I was before the Norwich game, actually. And apparently a 25 million deal could be reached for Alex Telles. Obviously, Porto want 30 million, but because of FFP, they're willing to let him go for the 25. One thing that does get me nervous about this transfer is that how many clubs Alex Telles has had. He's had 3 or 4, maybe even 5, and he's still quite young. Is it a long-term fix on paper in terms of age and talent? Yes. But in terms of, is he going to stick around for long? I'm not sure. I think he's a good player, but I don't know if he is the right fit for us. He can play left wing back, can play left back. I think he can play left midfield as well. But, it's a case of it's just not been the most... I just feel this window itself is just... The reason we haven't done transfer shows is it's just not been a lot to talk about. We've obviously had the talk of Andy Carroll and all that kind of stuff, but it's just the fact that we are not moving. We've not learned from the mistakes that we've made, and it's something which has severely cost us. It annoys me because obviously some of the fault laid at the door of Manalo, but it's the fact that Marina Grabaskaya is not moving in the market. She still thinks 30 million quid is a good deal. Unfortunately not. It's not. Market fluctuation, Britain leaving the EU. I put a massive tweet out about it the other day. It's going to harm us because we're not moving with the times. 35 million. Oh, it's too expensive. It's over the 32 million we normally pay. Get it done. Move it forward. And although people say, we did pay the money. I've had this conversation with someone. We paid the money though. 40 million for drink, 60 million for Morata. Yeah, because we were panicking and we needed to get it done. If we try and take the time, we're not going to do it. And unfortunately, it's just not working. She hasn't got a clue what she's doing. She's got no idea. And it's going to severely cost everything that's happened for us. Another story as well, now it's come up. I wasn't going to report it. Eric Steve said Nangalan for Fabregas. Funny enough, we were talking to Nangalan. We wanted to get him on a transfer. He wanted to come. But again, guess who screwed up the deal? And he's now going to 50 million euros and he's moving to Ex-Juve, apparently. What does that say? What does that say? We're not competitive anymore. And it's a case of we've also looked at, we've looked at players and the general consensus is we just thought, they're not good enough. Or we've let go of players and they've gone on to do better things. That's fine. At the time, it depends. So the likes of De Bruyne, Lukaku, Salah, we got rid of them because they weren't adding to the squad at the time and we needed to balance the books. That's fine. I get that. We've learned we're adding buyback clauses by players. Both Traore. Club. We need a striker. He could probably play for us. We've also missed out on Alexandro potentially going to Manchester United. Went to Man United. It's just a case of we're not moving fast enough, and something needs to be done, and something needs to change. And it's the fact that despite how badly we're performing, we've now dropped to 4th position in the Premier League. 270 minutes without a goal. And someone had got an argument with me the other day saying, yes, success, all that kind of stuff. Yeah, I get that. As a Chelsea fan, I just expect players to give their all. And I understand that a lot of those players do, and it just isn't happening. But relying on past successes just kind of shows the nature of what needs to change, if you know what I mean. We're not Liverpool. We're not Arsenal. And I don't ever want to see it go that way. I feel as a club we can compete. We have the funds to compete. We need to use those funds correctly. I'm looking at this from a business perspective. I'm not looking at this from a fan. balancing the books is great, but there's a fact that you can find consistent success, and consistent monetary value increase if you go for the trophies. Now, obviously, short term, it's going to affect the books. Obviously, you're going to be the figures are going to go down, but overall, it's a case of there is a direct correlation between the two. Now, trust me, I'm studying this right now. I've written a paper on it, so I know I'm just literally rewriting everything I've done on my paper. But I think there is an element of panic, and I understand why people are. I think though we just need to take a deep breath and look at all the options and what's going on. But we need to figure out, in terms of timing, what we can do with that. I think we have, like people saying, we've missed out on a lot of targets. We've missed out on many of the players and that could have influenced the team, and then we've gone and got second-rate players that still have an influence, but are cheaper and don't have as much influence as the others would have done. Now, overall, that's something which is definitely a problem, and it's something that needs to be addressed. And it's a case of we should not just be signing players for the sake of it. If we're signing players, we sign players that improve the team. If not, we go through our youth system, we find some of them there. Chelsea have never been players good for the youth system. Let's be honest. You know, it's just not happening. But we need to figure out a balance, and we need to find out what's going on, and we need to find out how we can improve the team. And if we need to figure out what's going on internally as well. Is Conte being given control? You know, he's still got the head coach title, not manager. If he has a manager title, then you know he's in charge of everything. The thing with that is, though, every good club needs a good technical director. And it depends on how they're involved. I'm not going to lie, Tottenham's transfer policy, how they roll, very good. Manchester City, prime example of a good transfer policy. Even though we don't have as much in terms of funds as they do, we are up there. And we should have a similar transfer policy to them. We claim to have all the best youth system. We claim to have the best training facility. We claim to have the best stuff. But unfortunately, if you just sit on your laurels and think that, you will not succeed. It's the same for any walk of life. And it's just a case of Chelsea Football Club need to fix up sharp and decide what they've got to do. We've got to figure out. But anyway, I've kind of gone off a tangent in terms of transfers. But anyway, that's all your news for today. Leave us your thoughts down in the comment section below. I'll do a proper little video on everything I just kind of did in short there. I'll basically read my paper. I'm quite proud of it. But other than that, guys, make sure you subscribe to 100% Chelsea. All social media are down in the description. Facebook, Snapchat, Twitter, and Instagram. Also, as you can see on screen there is my Twitter. If you want to hit me up on there, we can have a little chat. I always respond to everybody on there. So make sure you do that as well. But other than that, guys, take care. Subscribe to 100% Chelsea. We'll see you soon.